is prompt 150, the last prompt of the season. Let's draw our little ant guy. Let's go down here. And, oh wait, it's November. Should I do anything special? Let's just do a little generic guy over here. You can't even see me. What's he thinking about? Who knows? Let's get into the prompt. This week we have 3 ceiling fan, yo-yo, and oil spill. What? Okay, interesting. Are you kidding me? Okay. So we have a ceiling fan. So we have might have to get super creative with this one. A yo-yo? And an oil spill? What? An oil spill isn't even funny or cute. That's just sad. These combinations of things really remind me of like Animal Crossing, because in Animal Crossing you can have some weird exterior design on the interior. Like you can put oil barrels inside your house. Why? Why not? Let's see. I don't know why I'm already thinking of doing an isometric room of... I really just like don't want to draw an oil spill because it's very sad and I don't want to think about it. I just Googled oil spill and it's just so sad. It's full of animals and the ocean full of oil and I hate it. And I don't want to look at it. We could do like an underwater, like a cube. It's like a room, but it's the ocean. And there could be like a shell themed lamp. You know, one of those ceiling lamps that are actually shells. And where does the yo-yo come in? I don't even know, but that could also be made out of shells, right? But then like, is someone using it? We could have like a fish using it. Or a mermaid who uses an underwater yo-yo just to keep it a little funky and fresh and new. Yep, good boy. Wow, I don't know if these prompts are getting harder or if I'm just becoming less creative, but this is just so... This is a hard one. Okay, what if the oil spill was actually a home? So there could be a ceiling fan inside the barrel, right? Y'all are like, sure, Kasey, why not? And there's like a party of fish in here. Hey, meet you at the old oil spill. Maybe these are like the drunken on oil spill druggies or something. It's where all the bad fish go. I don't know, I could have, oh, this is actually kind of a cute idea. I kind of like this. There could be just like a yo-yo on the sand, like it's trash, I guess. This looks like an ice cream sandwich. So this could be like a really not good place to go. There could be like water bottles and just like other trash in the sand. This is so sad. I don't like this. But I do think it's a really cute idea. We could have these like really bad fish. Well, they can't smoke underwater. I guess they're just gonna have to eat drugs or something, and alcohol. I know oil floats, but for this, you know, ceiling fan, bar fish area, the oil's gonna be on the ground. Okay. I kind of like that. Might need to workshop the idea a little bit. I'm just imagining like a bartender that's an octopus. He's got like a bunch of drinks in his hands at once. Like, oh, your drink is coming up. Oh, I'm shaking your drink. It'll be done soon. This is a difficult one. I feel like I need to leave this section to do a little bit of brainstorming later. Wow. Okay. Wish me luck, because this one's rough. Wow, so here we are over a year later. My goodness, that's right. I recorded that in November 2021. It is now December 2022. Now I can explain, I did revisit this prompt every month. I really wanted to work on it, but every time I sat down to work on it, I didn't like anything I came up with. Not sure why I hate the sketches I did a year ago. Looking back at them, they're kind of cute and creative, but I don't know. I really struggled with this one apparently. I did eventually come up with something that I do find a little bit cute. I sketched this while streaming on Twitch. So, you know, why try and struggle to recreate it? Let's just use my iPad as a light box. You can barely see under it. I can see what's going on somewhat. So let's just put some tape on here so I can keep it still while I trace it. If you're wondering why I'm not going directly from pen from this tracing. It's just because I can't 100% see it. It is a little hard to see. So I just want to make sure I know what I'm doing, and I'm just gonna do it in pencil and then do the usual tracing it with a pen situation. It's kind of sad to see myself brainstorm and come up with ideas in the past footage just to be like, yeah, no, I'm just completely going to do something else, not even related to the original ideas. So you're probably wondering, this is the story or the concept I came up with as I drew it. So basically, because I was struggling so much to get something I liked with this series of 3 prompts, I honestly sort of gave up and just said, you know what? Don't worry about creating illustrations you like. Just make sure you have fun with it, experiment, and maybe play around in that aspect, and hopefully I can come up with something fun and fresh and new. So I started off by drawing this weird perspective little tiny box of a room. So that way I could put a ceiling fan in a room, and yo-yo, I thought, okay, like a little kid with a yo-yo, and then oil spill instead of the oil spill you think of in the ocean. It's just someone spilling oil like in their kitchen while they're cooking. I just really wanted to exaggerate shapes and have fun with it. And I think I did succeed, because I do think this is a really fun piece. And when we get to coloring, oh boy, am I going to play with colors. Here's the thing, I'll use a ruler for my sketch, but I don't use a ruler for my inking because I do want a straight guideline, but I don't like to actually use a ruler with inking because it's just too stiff. I think it adds a little personality. If your lines are wobbly, you can tell it's handmade. I think it adds just a little bit of charm to handmade art or traditionally done art. You know what I just realized? I am so stupid for this. The reason why it's so hard for me to see, hold on. Wow, and just like that, you and I can both see much better. Look, I'll be honest, it's been a minute since I've used a, what are they called? Light box. I was like, why is this so hard for me? I know in the past I've used light boxes. It's not this difficult. Yeah, I goofed. Okay, the kid is all tangled up in their yo-yo string, so let's just add those strings. I hate drawing yo-yos. Every time I draw a yo-yo, it just looks like a butt. That is our pencils? Maybe? Yeah, I think so. I don't sound very sure, do I? Let's put our lights back on. And there you go. Time to ink it. Hello, it's me, voiceover Kasey. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done a voiceover. Let's see if I remember how. Inking this piece went pretty smoothly. I did debate using a much thinner line, but I don't know. I think I've kind of maybe lost some of my lining confidence these days because I don't do as much lining, so I don't have as much practice, so I tend to use a thicker pen. I think overall the thicker line did work for the look of this piece, but there was a few areas where things just got a little tight or a little messy because of the thicker line. But overall, pretty happy with the line work. I actually really do enjoy line arting pieces because you go from this really light, hard to see illustration to a very bold and thick lined illustration. So that's always exciting because it really starts to come together at that point. And then we move on to painting or coloring. Again, I haven't been using watercolor as much lately. I've actually been using probably my gouache more than anything. So I did feel a little rusty, but it was nice being back into watercolor. To be honest, after I finished this piece, I just thought to myself, I cannot wait to do the next one next week. But we all know I'm gonna get to the next prompts and then I'll be completely stumped and not know what to do for a year, and you won't see me until 2023. Hopefully not, because like I said, it's been a while since I've made an illustration for an illustration's sake. There was a lot of mistakes in this piece when it came to coloring. I feel like some things, as usual, I'm really struggling with my, what is it when things are dark and light? I'm thinking contrast? Values. Honestly, I think I would really benefit from planning out my colors digitally first before jumping in with my watercolor, but overall, I think this piece turned out really fun and interesting. I will say this is a color palette I do play around with a lot. Yellow character, usually a cat or dog, inside of a blue room, which usually has blue striped walls. It's a classic of mine, probably something I just fall back on when I find myself struggling with an illustration. It's a signature look, what can I say? Other than that, I actually really had a lot of fun with this piece. I do feel like maybe just a little bit it was a bit of a cop-out. Looking back, I do think maybe my earlier ideas were more fun and creative. I think at this point, because it had been a year, I was just really excited to see it done and move on to the next one. So here's to another prompt, hopefully before the end of the year. We will see. Oh, and of course we get to look at the prompts you guys created from the last time. Oh my god, y'all drew these a year ago. I kind of feel like I'm exposing your old art at this point. Our featured artist is Brooke Elser, who drew Pokemon. I was so surprised when I was looking through and collecting all of the art pieces from last time. I saw Squirtle, the turtle Pokemon, and Teddiursa, I think it is, the bear Pokemon. I thought that was a really cute spin on bear and turtle, the prompts from last time. Thank you guys all so much for joining in. If you want to join in next week, hashtag Kasey the prompt on Instagram or Twitter, hopefully before next week. To be honest, I'm not sure when I'll do it again. Either way, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.